So this is Steve from the Retroman blog, and I'm here today with Dick York. Dick is in a band called Cryssis, and he'll be appearing at the Railway Hotel with TV Smith on June the 22nd, and I'm really pleased to have him involved. And so welcome along, Dick.
How you going, Steve? You good?
Yeah, not bad, thank you, mate. So Dick, tell us a little bit about yourself. So I know you were in a band called Sta-Prest.
Yeah, I was.
Originally?
Yeah, it was a mod revival band, sort of born out of the punk, really. So it was a kind of more of a punk band that became a mod revival band. Yeah, we played a lot, and we did lots of gigs, and we had a really good time. And then that folded, and then I started playing in a band called Cried I Am, which led to Cryssis, and that was with Vom Ritchie from Toten Hosen now, as people might be able to find him. And we played in Cried I Am for a while, and we recorded stuff, and it didn't go too well. And I gave up music, and then 25 years later, Vom contacted me and said, "Let's do it again."
Yeah.
So that's how it started.
And this is Vom, who is we would know him in the UK as Doctor the Medics.
Yeah, Steve Ritchie, Doctor the Medics. He plays with the boys. He's enormously successful in Europe with the Hosen, and fantastic drummer and a very good friend. Yeah.
And Sta-Prest, I was looking at some information about Sta-Prest, and I saw a review by Paolo Hewitt, which wasn't very complimentary, was it, at the time?
No.
The old Modfather's mate, and he said that your songs were too long. I don't think there was one song over 3 minutes, was there?
No, but in those days that was a long song.
Yeah.
Up early on a Saturday morning, running down to meet the bus. Meet the boys in the old cantina, check out the rush.
Yeah, but we were never a true blue mod band. I mean, we were a post-punk band, more of a new wave band, really. Got caught up in it all, and when we called ourselves Sta-Prest when we were a punk band, and I think it just kind of, we grew into mod revival, and so we never quite really fitted the mould, but we did okay, and the single School Days did really well, and it's become kind of,
So you had the one single released, just the one,
and it became kind of a bit of a cult now. I mean, I think Vom is actually trying to buy all the vinyls that exist at the moment. He's trying to buy as many as he can to save them up, because I think it did all right in Portugal, but in England we didn't do so well in England, but Europe it did quite well.
Because you pressed it for different countries, didn't you? You had it
Portugal, France, I think Germany, and they did well in all those places. England, it did all right, but we were never a big band. No, more of a cult type thing.
School days, I wanna tell ya. 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 I remember the days when I was small. I remember my early days at school. I remember youth so well. I was always the one who was never allowed a spaceman with his head up in the clouds. I protected my friends from the laser beam. And now those days seem such a long way away. My friends around me seem to have so much to say. And now I think I know. Yes, I know what I've been missing. Yes, I know what I've been missing. School days to run in the park. School days to cry in the dark.
You did an album on Detour Records, that's Dizzy Holmes's label.
Yeah.
And was that when was that released? Was that a collection of old songs that you got back together?
Yeah, no, because around about 2008, 2009, someone asked me to do the mod revival, or some big mod festival in Birmingham. I hadn't played for many years, and I said, okay, I'll give it a whiz. So I pulled together a version of Sta-Prest, and we did it. And then from that, Dizzy contacted me and said, let's do an album. So I put together some old Sta-Prest songs and a couple of new things I've done, and recorded it quite cheaply, and anyways, it did all right. It was good. It was fun to do, and some of the songs are okay. I wouldn't be my high point of my musical career, I don't think, but I liked it, and it's good.
Yeah, excellent. And then from there, you said you formed Cry Diane.
Yeah,
with
Cry Diane. Yeah, after Sta-Prest folded, and because Sta-Prest, is a big machine. We were signed to Ronnie Scott's. We were on Avatar, which is a big American label, and and they expected lots. Expected we was going to be, do really, really well, and it kind of started. We started falling out, and things weren't great for a while. So when that folded, I just wanted to play again. That's when I met Vom, and we played in Cry Diane, and just wrote, songs we wanted to write, and we didn't really follow any scene. We just recorded stuff as it sort of came into our heads, and it was enormous fun. And unfortunately, we were signed to management again, and they were looking for the big deal, and it never quite happened. So, and I sort of gave up and did the day job for many years, and then until Vom got in contact with me again and said, "We've got to do this because we'll be dead soon, and if we don't do it now, then we'll never do it." So
what made him suddenly look back on those songs and want to redo them? Did he sort of?
No, he'd always kept them. No, he'd always kept them. He kept them in little sealed plastic wrapper thing, so they wouldn't go. And he kept every rehearsal tape I went to with the new songs, and he lost touch, and he couldn't find me. He said he looked for me for 25 years, and it was only when I appeared on YouTube with one of my initial comeback sort of playing things that he found out where I was, and then he said, "Look, we've just got to do this," because he said he woke up every day and sung "Could It Be?" Every day, and he said we've just got to do it because otherwise he's going to drive himself nuts, And then I said I went to Germany to see him. Didn't realise he played in Toten Hosen. I just thought he played in some pub band, and it kind of went on from there really. And we played the old songs, and they started writing some new ones, and then Cryssis sort of kicked off, and we've really. It's been really, really good. It's been, and Germany, like we were saying earlier in the chat, Germany is a fantastic place to play music. So we've had a really, really good time. So it's been good.
So have you actually played any gigs in the UK?
No.
You haven't played, have you?
No.
So you've suddenly gone from, doing your original band Cry Diane, getting back together with Vom, and then you're in Germany playing to sort of reasonably big crowds, because he's...
Well, we're doing reasonably big. We're playing at the Hertz concerts in July and August, and they've sold out 15,000 people. So, it's a totally different market over there. I expect if we come here, we'd get about 3 people with and a dog and a bloke with a hearing aid, probably. It's just it's just very different here.
So were you surprised to find that Vom had taken off with the Toten Hosen, and he
Oh God! Yeah. Well, I was surprised at how big the Hosen were. I mean, I was very sort of English. I just thought England was all about. But when you go abroad and you find out there's a completely different music scene and how arrogant we are, And we talk about the TV Smith gig. TV is huge in Germany, and I know he's well known here, but you mention TV in Germany, and it's like talking about God. He's got an amazing cult sort of persona. It's brilliant. It's really, really good.
It must be nice to go to a country where you're appreciated on your own merits rather than over here where it's so difficult for small bands to get going, or there's a lot of fashion, led by what's in the NME. But over there they just seem to have such sort of like a naivety about music, don't they?
God, yeah.
If it's good songs, they're going to love it.
Well, I think when we were talking earlier, one of the main things that if you play in England, it always seems like the venue or the publican believes he's doing you a favour by letting you play. In Germany, when you play, the guy thinks you're doing a favour for him by playing for him. So they're very, very supportive and appreciative of the fact that musicians come and play their, music for them, and treat you very well. And I love it. It's been really, really good. I love going there. I've never probably gone to Germany if before this, and it wasn't a place that was on my radar. But now, one of my favourite places on earth. I enjoy every moment I'm there. It's brilliant. It's great.
And obviously having Vom in the band must be good for the profile.
It's good for people. Yeah, getting through the door. Yeah, no, he's great, and he's. You haven't met him, but he's a brilliant guy, a fantastic drummer, and when we play together, we make a fairly good noise. So it's good. It's very good. Yeah. So I've enjoyed it.
And so Cryssis are recording a new album at the moment, are you? You're in the studio?
Yeah, we're doing the studio at the moment. We recorded an album when we first got together, which is Simple Men, which was released last September and has done really, really well, I think. So, and we were talking earlier about some of the songs on that being okay, like Could It Be, and which were all old songs.
So these are all the old songs that you've got back and you re-recorded now in Cryssis.
Could It Be was about 32 years old, I think. I think Washed Up okay. So
but it's a great track, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it still does a job. Yeah, it's really, I enjoyed playing it, and I've had some great times playing it. On the last tour we did in January, it was great. But the new album, we've got about 36 songs, and we can't make up my mind which are the best 15/12 for the album. So we recorded a few acoustic ones a few weeks ago and been sort of trawling through them, and we constantly sort of like picking up one we think's great. And so I think hopefully got the new album be out before Christmas. I think it'd be called Never Forget, the album, because that's one of the key songs will be that, which is a new song which I wrote about 3 months ago. We're probably going to release it on Vom's label, which is Drumming Monkey, although at the moment the publishing is the thing we're looking at, and I think we're going up to see we're going up to Hamburg to see some publishing companies in a couple of weeks' time to see who wants to do that. Some of the I won't say because be wrong to, but some of the kind of more significant label publishing companies have it paid some interest. So we'll see. But I'm old enough to know that there's a lot of bollocks in music. So until the ink's dry on the page, I don't believe anything really.
Well, thanks very much, Dick. And we look forward to seeing you at the Railway in Southend.
It'd be great. Playing doing that acoustic one with TV is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. And he had a special invitation from TV Smith as well, so that's good. Yeah, good recommendation.
TV's been brilliant actually. When we did, he said every time we play a gig, you always get a text from TV saying, "Have a great gig." He's a top man, top guy. So I'm personally really looking forward to it. And
yes, it'll be good.
I think you've got a great set list. You've got TV, you've got Roman going to do some stuff, mate.
Gallagher.
Yeah. What a night! And it's free, unbelievable.
Exactly.
Free night, unbelievable. And we might even have some Dave App stuff on the merch stand.
Definitely. Yeah. And I'll get to hear Could It Be Live finally. Yeah. As long as you are going to play that, aren't you?
We will play that, definitely. It's funny actually because Dave's here and you're going to interview him in a moment. But Dave came over and did. He was with us for a couple of gigs in Berlin, and we did. the World at Heart and I think Ludersveld, and we had a good night, didn't we, in Ludersveld?
Fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant.
Stuck in my year thing, one of my best so far.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I don't
Game only in May.
That was good. We had a great night. Good.
Well, thanks very much, Dick, and let's have a look forward to that. I'm pleased to be joined in the podcast today by artist David Apps. Welcome, David. Nice to see you. So tell us about your new book, East End Photography, which has been quite a hit at the moment, hasn't it?
Yeah, okay. Well, the original idea actually came to me in about the year 2000, me to just do graffiti, because there's a graffiti wall near me between West Ham and Plaistow. So I started going there and taking photos. The graffiti artists wouldn't be in the photos. They got to know me, started letting me take pictures of their book with the original piece in, and then doing the work. And then within about a year, 2 years, the graffiti started changing from what I call the hip-hop style graffiti into this mad stencil stuff. And then I started finding little rats all around Shoreditch, which were Banksy's. And then as I was walking from Shoreditch back to Upton Park, just getting pictures of graffiti, I started taking pictures of West Ham football ground and buildings and bridges, and then 2 years down the line I knocked the graffiti book on the head and thought, right, I'll document East London up until the Olympics and exploit it, basically.
But there must be a huge change going on, isn't there, with all the regeneration of that area.
To the point where one day I'd walk down the road and the next day a beautiful building or a pub had gone, and I'd luckily pretty much documented East London from one end to literally from the Barking Road up until there's a wall near Tower Bridge, Roman Wall, and that's where East London ends. So in theory, Tower Bridge is in East London.
Okay.
Yeah. So, unless the boundaries wobbly. And everyone said to me, I bet you don't get it out by 2012, bet you don't do it. So I made sure that got a publishing deal.
But you can get it on Amazon as well.
Yeah, it's available worldwide. But sadly, the opening night of the exhibition, which was my East London photography and my artwork, the books were printed in America and got stuck at customs. Oh, no. So after all these years of putting the book together, I had a book launch with no fucking books, but
I didn't. Defeats the object of it.
2 days afterwards, after being really depressed about it, I just suddenly thought, swing it round. It's punk rock. How many people have a book launch without a book? And keep it positive, because it was going to destroy me otherwise. And nobody batted an eyelid on the night, because I had so much stuff on sale, from my Cowgirls t-shirts to my screen prints. Nobody mentioned it to me. Nobody even noticed. But I had 60 books that I'd got for that night. So I did a limited edition run since of signed 1 to 50, and I've got 12 left, and that was in you self-bought run in 3 weeks, I think 4 weeks. That's pretty much how it's sold.
You had some London for that. You should have used London for that. You should have had that playing all the time.
Well, I didn't use London in the show in the end, but I had three Cryssis songs.
Did you?
Yeah.
On the soundtrack to it.
And a boys' song and an advert song. So New Duncan was coming and New Gay and Tim were coming. So I tried. And 2 Cockney Rejects, because Mickey took, because it's forwarded by Mickey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mick from Cockney Rejects does the forward in the book, doesn't he?
And he turned up, bless him, and he's such a lovely guy. And for anyone who knows their punk rock, I didn't go and see the Rejects because I was too bloody scared. And is just not what you expect.
Well, I mean, I didn't when I was young as well. There was the sort of oi scene, which was always slightly different to the bands I was going to, because a lot of it was considered really dangerous.
Yeah, especially by the early 80s, 81, 82. It was, I got enough kickings. I didn't need to pay to go and get one.
Yeah.
But he's a really nice guy, and his forward is brilliant, and I'm sure that's really helped. And I think it's because I've documented East London as I remember it as a kid, because my dad worked just in Silvertown, so I was always on the docks with my dad.
Yeah.
And I documented it as I remember it, as dark and dismal but exciting.
Yeah.
Some of the pictures are a little bit dark in it, but Mickey picked that up in the forward and said, I managed to capture the mean streets of East London as they were. And I think that's the selling point, because I don't think I'm going to sell it to Mr. and Mrs. Average who've flown over from America to see the Olympics. I'm not going to be interested in my imagery, because it's not.
No, I think so, because
glints and it's not glittery and.
No, but you're looking at how that's changed. I mean, it's a part of London which is being destroyed, isn't it, for something new and shiny?
Well,
so
that's the other thing. I'm really anti the Olympics.
And you're living right there, aren't you?
I've done a book, bloody, But I found out where it was being built right away, so I literally got on the grounds and documented it before it's even been touched.
Oh, right.
So you wouldn't even know it was the Olympic grounds. Yeah, it's been great. And
going on to your artwork, you were influenced by sort of more of the punk imagery, weren't you?
Jamie Reid, really. Well, not just Jamie Reid. From probably all of us, every time we bought a record, different from the glam rock records, we took them home and we studied the covers. And then when I was looking at, I always say 999. It's a fucking raffle ticket. I mean, it's genius.
Logo,
And then it was that.
So you were picking up on the design of the logos.
Just and then. When we was all at school and in my first bands when I was sort of 14, we ripped bits of paper out and stuck them together with a Pritt stick, and I've I think my artwork, because it's from my digital photography, it's still got that feel to it, because it still looks cut and paste. And obviously Jamie Reid was, as much as I love the Pistols, the Westwood thing, the McLaren, everything about it was Jamie Reid that really stole my heart.
So have you got a gallery or a sort of shop or store?
No, just got at the moment. I've got stuff in Brighton, selling online. 5 pieces gone into a new show in Canning Town starting this week. A place called The Hub, which is all Newham artists and photographers. And apart from that, the next one I've got, which I'm part of putting together, is one called Art on the Railings, which is in Stratford Park for the first 3 weeks of the Olympics outside. So that's that should be good. But it's the knock-on effect all the time. Every time I get something in somewhere, or someone buys something, their friend buys something, and as I was saying earlier about Vom and the Toten Hosen and my t-shirts, when we was in Berlin, I took Vom the t-shirt out and said, "Can I get a picture of you in my t-shirt?" It's now an advert. Well, then I just got Duncan Reid the other week, gave him one of my East London books and took a photo of him, but he was up for it,
Exploiting the heroes, it'd be brilliant.
Well, I've got a photo shoot with Honest John Plain coming up now, so I'm going to do the same, because I use the advert saying only the best boys.
That's good.
So,
you've actually both done quite well out of Vom, haven't you?
Well, I think it's that the punk thing, as much as it was always accessible, it's actually got so accessible now because we all know each other, and it's just like. It's not exploiting him, it's working and taking and passing on. It goes around in a big pot.
That's true.
Because we're all in the same boat, really, doing what we love.
In Essex, there was a large kind of group of bands all, sort of kicking off around the same time. So everybody kind of knew everybody, really, or heard of everybody.
That's right.
So it was.
I mean, I know I've seen Beat of the Beast.
That's going back to that. We've crossed paths.
And
if we had photos of us, more photos of us then, we'd probably go, "Oh God, there's me standing next to you there."
In Crocs or something like that.
Drinking your beer.
But it's true, and it was a good scene. And I mean, you seemed. I mean, you were a musician, you were a drummer, and you were in Beat the Beast. Was that your first band that you started?
No, I was in the band called Sino Macabre from Chelmsford. I got luckily introduced to the Chelmsford scene when I was 16, and I don't know if they were older and they were phenomenal. You know, they were a sort of famous set of punks, and got involved with them, started a band, and then just carried on. Five band. My last band was Spunky, and that was actually my favourite band. And I got to 35, and I just thought, I've had enough of sitting in bands. I've had enough of dragging a drum kit about.
So you don't do any music at the moment?
I played a couple of years ago in a band called the Magnificent Seven, which was just 7 of us doing Clash dance covers. But I only did that because I could play little sort of scary offbeats, because when I tried to play fast I couldn't breathe. So, but no, I miss it, and I keep meaning to do it, but one day.
Did the Sta-Prest, did you do the
Yeah, well, honestly, I sent Vom a message after we got back from Berlin saying I wish I was a bass player, because that's your band is that I would love to be in Cryssis. I really, did he tell you about it?
Jump on stage at the railway, you'll be there.
I'll have a crash course and learn the bass. It can't be that hard, you've got 4 strings.
I play bass.
we could knock out a Sta-Prest set, do that one, right?
Well, I'll have to stop bloody smoking again. But yeah.
And what was it? Were you in a band with the guy from Wally from the Sex Pistols?
Well, no, Wally guested with us one night. Lovely sad
Wally
story.
Nightingale.
Yeah, I met
Was it
Wally.
you said that on your page that the Pete Best of the Sex Pistols?
Yeah, I met him at the 100 Club, and he was talking to Glenn Mack and John Peel actually, and I was more interested in talking to John Peel and didn't recognise Wally. When I got introduced, I then just thought, hang on, I'll have him. Get him in as a publicity thing. Sort of backfired. I thought we needed him, and it turned out Wally was a bit of a lost soul, and he really needed us more. And I sort of took the piss out of him, calling him a Wally, and then the night of the gig when he came down, I got to know him, and he really was a lovely guy. But what could have been's played on his mind, and I think he died of drugs.
Oh really?
I went round his house, and he'd superimposed a picture of him on us, and that's when I realised that haunted him. That would haunt you, wouldn't it? He's one of the only people, one of the few people to say I started the Sex Pistols and then got kicked out.
Yeah,
that's going to play on your mind slightly. But I'm glad I did it, because it's actually quite a bit of rock and roll history now, because I don't think he played with anybody else.
No, definitely.
One of my instigating things to try and make a few quid. That's
right. And you've been collecting your memoirs together, have you? The book, The Drum Beat Behind.
Bloody 13 years. But that's only been, I would have finished that now, but because of the photography and art taking off and off, I've had to put it on hold. But if it wasn't for that book, I wouldn't have picked up a camera. If it wasn't for that book, I wouldn't have bought a computer. I was computer illiterate in 2002 and never used a camera. So I taught myself to read and write while writing it, typed it all in, taught me to type, learned Photoshop before I picked up a digital camera, and then this sort of just fell into place.
Oh, so you didn't study photography from a...
didn't set out to do this.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is, I mean, I love what I'm doing, and I'm quite extremely I think. So, something's actually working in my life that I didn't even mean to do.
So is the book is it sort of finished and ready to go to a publisher?
Yeah, I'm just trying to edit it, because each time I re-edited it, I realised that I was getting better and better, and I know I've written it how I speak, so it's probably really hard to read. I hope it's going to be the book with no swear words in ever.
And your site is Artificial Designs, is that right? That's
www.artificialdesigns.
Excellent. Oh, thanks very much for joining us today, David. I appreciate that.
I hope that was of some use, and you're going to understand my lovely accent.
Oh, definitely. Thanks.